Boy, Z loud. I know that was a little but anyway, today we're tuned in with this fucking guy. Clavicular. Where the fuck did the new character on the block come from? These niggas are popping out the crevices of the earth out of nowhere. And I don't understand why people are fans of this nigga, bro. Especially this nigga, bro. This nigga and the Mog, whatever the Mog, I don't even know what the fuck Mog means. Like, the Mog niggas. How is he entertaining in any way? And how is he have fans that still watch him every single day? I'm sorry, if you watch this nigga, you tune into his lives and stuff, you're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. You're just part of the thing. You're part of the problem. He's a big problem. He's a problem that Nietzsche and everybody back in the Socrates era was talking about. And it was this nigga right here. I just want y'all to tune in this video of this nigga talking about this nigga's sudden rise. Because Clavicular did have a sudden rise out of nowhere. Mystery ties to Israel. I don't know if this is all truth or not. But we're going to tune in, give our 2 cents into this video, man. Because this nigga, I don't know why I hate this nigga so much. There's something about him I just don't like.
Meth to stay skinny. He injected his 17-year-old girlfriend with cosmetic peptides on a live stream and he relies on meth to stay skinny. He injected his 17-year-old girlfriend with cosmetic peptides on a live stream and infamously ran over a man with a Tesla Cybertruck. Clavicular's rise has been one of the fastest and most reckless ascents in internet streaming history. Less than 2 years ago, he was a broke college dropout, expelled just 3 weeks into his freshman year after being caught with steroids in his dorm room, but instead of fading away, he stumbled.
Nigga, where do you get steroids? Nigga, what? Bro, what is life? Oh my god. Nigga, just go to the gym. What do you mean?
Into streaming, where his willingness to do anything to ascend his physical appearance made him the most controversial name on Kick. By early 2026, Clav was the mainstream streamer with all of the motion, getting profiled by the New York Times, being called one of the most talked about streamers on the planet. However, behind the headlines, the physical and legal cracks are now starting to show. His body has entirely stopped producing natural testosterone, leaving him infertile. Furthermore, a string of felony charges is now threatening to end the 20-year-old's career for good. And now the same looks maxing community that built him up has begun tearing him down. This is the story of how a kid from a wealthy New Jersey suburb became the global face of looks maxing, and why everything he's built is doomed to fail from the start.
Okay. Fuck off. Fuck off, man.
Step into a world where the fun never ends. Welcome to Lucky Strike. Hit the lanes.
Braden Peters wasn't your typical self-made internet personality, and unlike a lot of the hustle-focused influencers who claim to have built themselves up from nothing, born in 2005, Clav's story started in the comfort of a wealthy New Jersey suburb, where he attended Seton Hall Preparatory School, one of the most prestigious and expensive private institutions in the state. However, Clav was never interested in a traditional career. According to him, his obsession with physical perfection was rooted in politics, with him believing top-tier looks were a prerequisite for influencing the masses. Consequently, these
he is literally everything, the embodiment of everything that's wrong with society nowadays. Literally.
This led him to looks maxing, an online subculture dedicated to maximizing your physical attractiveness by any means necessary. A subculture originally born in late 2010 incel messaging boards, this is a male-dominated subculture that blames women and society for their lack of romantic success. The looks maxing ideology would explode into a mainstream TikTok trend by late 2023 and consisted of 2 core ideologies. On the one side, you've got soft maxing, which involves standard routines like gym habits, skincare, and mewing, a tongue posture technique used to define the jawline. Other now legendary terms from the looks maxing community include mogging, basically referring to surpassing or outshining or dominating somebody else, usually in terms of looks or size. Another phrase that's important in the context of looks maxing is ascension or to ascend, the process of significantly improving one's physical attractiveness to elevate their social and standing, or SMV. market value. However, Clav was seemingly attracted to the darker side of the looks maxing ideology, a subset of the community that are focused on something called hard maxing. Unlike casual self-improvers, hard maxers chase physical ascension through extreme measures like facial implants and brutal limb lengthening surgeries. Beyond the operating table, the community utilizes a lexicon of rituals for their practices. This includes starve maxing for a chiseled hollow facial look, roid maxing describing the extensive use of anabolic steroids, and other terms like white maxing used to chemically lighten your skin tone. Some would even practice edging, also called edge maxing, which consists of withholding climax to supposedly boost testosterone. All of these being practices that to the average person that doesn't looks max, that just sound like a complete descent into madness that's unfortunately become Clavicular's entire identity. Shockingly, Clav would claim that by the time he was just 14, he was already injecting and ingesting dozens of different controlled substances, all in the quest of ascension. By 2023, Clavicular was a prolific user of looksmaxing.org, openly discussing his hard maxing practices in the forums there, letting everybody know that he was using testosterone since age 16, and by 17 he was abusing full-blown steroids, even posting his regime with detailed instructions and home injection tutorials. In one post, he would claim a 20-pound muscle gain in just 4 months, and that the only side effect was a great drive. And this was apparently coupled side by side with his before and after photos of his gains. Simultaneously, Clav documented his journey on YouTube, filming himself injecting mysterious oils, simply known as a lemon bottle, into his face.
Wagwan, fam.
This nigga said
Wagwan. Lemon bottle, cause y'all like the last video. Let's get back to it. First step, sanitization. Pretty much gonna go the entire length of the needle into our...
Bro, I'm scared of needles. I don't want to see this, bro.
We injected a bit too much oil, as you can see, and now we got a little lump there, but that should go away. Okay.
He would also document his visits to Botox clinics at just age 18.
You ready? So scrunch up your nose like a bunny, like this. Good. Okay, so we can see the elevator right here. So we're gonna hit this with 8 units, this with 8 units.
All in an effort to fix
so he got nose job?
Called piggy nose syndrome. By September of 2024, his looks maxing obsession had reached a financial breaking point, with him revealing he had racked up $20,000 in credit card debt and was seeking information on how to apply for a $30,000 loan for a Trimax procedure, the community's holy grail, a jaw and chin reconstruction surgery.
This is what Clavicular will look like after his double jaw surgery. However, if it goes wrong, he will end up looking like this. Let me explain. Surgeons will cut through the bones of his upper and lower jaws, basically cutting his face in half from the inside, then rebuild it with metal plates and screws. It's a brutal process. The face is literally taken apart and reassembled, with risks of nerve damage, massive swelling, and permanent changes to how he looks, talks, or even smiles.
While extreme, going to a professional was a step in the right direction, as just months earlier, Clav had been asking for tutorials on how to self-perform plastic surgery on himself. But inevitably, his digital trail would eventually catch up with him. On October the 21st, 2024, Clav revealed that he was expelled just 3 weeks into university after an anonymous user sent his forum posts to administrators, triggering a dorm search that uncovered his stash of drugs.
Yes,
nigga, they caught this nigga.
I was kicked out of uni for essentially roid maxing and looks maxing, whatever the term you want to use is. But unfortunately, someone decided to archive all of my posts and apparently find out where I went to university and send them all to the public safety at my university, detailing all my alleged activities, which prompted them, the university, to do a search of my room and uncover certain looks maxing peptides and, things like hormones and, TRT, whatnot.
According to Clav, he obtained his testosterone through cheaper sources because as a broke college student living with his grandmother, he couldn't afford a doctor's visit to get a real prescription. However, it was also likely that the school read his other posts, such as his alleged plans to open and personally run a pseudo-Botox clinic right out of his dorm room, a move that other users at the time warned would land him in jail or at the very least kicked out of the school, or expelled maxing. But following his expulsion, Clav would return to working security and started saving money for his Trimax surgery.
Now going forward, I'm going to make the best of this. I'm back at my job doing security, so I'm making good money, and in a couple of months' time, I will be, or probably less, I will be surgery maxing. And doing a full Trimax or
what's up with
Bimax
these
or Virginia,
maxing
whatever you want to
shit?
call it.
Just it's surgery.
So this
nigga.
is just gonna move that time frame up and make my ascension happen sooner.
And by the end of 2024, Clavicular launched the Clavicular clan to monetize his growing notoriety on the Luxmaxing forum. For $25 a month, he would sell Luxmaxing ascension guides covering the safe use of steroids and the
what
practice of
website
bone
is that?
smashing, quite literally using a hard object like a hammer to shatter and then strengthen the bones in your face.
Does
for a
that
more
work
chiseled
too?
Profile.
Your goal is to
I'm just
create
asking for a
microfractures
friend.
within the bone to break it down and to build it back stronger. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna use a tool that's gonna allow us to deliver the required amount of force to contribute to Wolf's Law. Can't hit as hard here because it hurts. It's definitely starting to hurt a little bit, guys. I gotta be real with you, but you gotta push past that pain. All right, we are bleeding a little bit, but that's
Nigga.
a good sign.
Whether you're a professional
Oh
or
my
simply take pride in
days,
tackling
bro.
your own outdoor projects, Harbor Freight offers.
Furthermore, he would also promote girth maxing through an exercise delightfully named as dick ups, claiming that the exercise had added half an inch of girth to his member in just 2 months. Now, extensive research has proven these practices scientifically
cap.
baseless and in some cases clinically dangerous. But another part of Clav's curriculum was his dating advice, which was an interesting pivot for Clav, who only months earlier had been ranting about the troubles that he was facing with dating.
I turned red after about 2 minutes of thinking about online dating. Okay, this is an utter absurdity that it allows to go on, because this has got to be the main dopamine crisis of the century. I don't know where I'm going wrong, which is why it's so frustrating. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm supposed to say, and there's just
Nigga, you might have gotten better looks, but you still a weirdo.
no real way to be logical and when you're texting these girls.
Unsurprisingly, the Luxmaxing community was deeply divided by his program, with some calling him a grifter, others praising the course as a money-maxing opportunity. Ultimately, Clavicular had adopted the same blueprint as Andrew Tate's Hustler University, as he moved to use his social media presence to funnel and monetize his growing audience. However, one thing that came along with both his successes
Are you
and
really that
failures,
greedy?
right from the very start, was an overwhelming amount of ridicule. Clavicular's first breakthrough to the mainstream began with a recreation of a viral meme that featured him flexing while his grandmother took the photos. Building on that momentum, by mid-2025 he surged to mainstream prominence through an aggressive Luxmaxing content strategy on TikTok and eventually Kick. Interestingly, Clav claims that his rise was unintentional and pure chance. However, some critics have labeled him an industry plant due to his suspiciously quick rise to success. And as his platform grew, he would use TikTok to funnel a massive audience into his Kick live streams and his Clavicular clan, which surpassed 500 paying members by June 2025, effectively earning him over $27,000 a month. By September of 2025, Wired would name him as a top Luxmaxing influencer, though the profile would condemn him for his liberal use of the N-word.
I'm not a jester for your amusement, so if you think that the TTS being on is going to allow you to make me say then you're out of your goddamn mind.
$3.
Yeah.
You'll clap your AG, keep it up.
Thanks. Appreciate it. So,
apparently part of a
He's
campaign
such a
of
weirdo.
hate-maxing, which also extended to implying that black people were inferior looking to white people. Yeesh.
Marlon Boggs, all of you?
yeah, but he's black.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not?
Have you seen his parents? They're white.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he's just really fat.
Soon after, in November of 2025, he faced major backlash for injecting his 17-year-old girlfriend with fat-dissolving peptides on a live stream.
Yeah, we'll probably do 1 ml.
Alright.
Nigga, this is like a drug. It is a drug, but it's like drugs.
His recklessness would peak in December of 2025 after he confronted trolls outside of his home with a gun.
Huh? Huh? What's up? What's up with it?
You're not
What's
gonna
up
pop
with it?
shit. Nigga,
Huh?
bro, these type of niggas are bitches, bro. These type of niggas right here are bitches, bro. The type of nigga he is, I can already tell this nigga is a bitch. Like,
Let's go. Let's go right now. Let's go. Come back.
On Christmas Eve, he would notoriously run over a man with his Cybertruck during a live stream.
Start driving with this guy. Drive.
Oh my fuck. You probably just ran him over, Clav.
With Miami-Dade police eventually clearing him of criminal charges, the Cybertruck incident triggered a 1-week ban from Kick, but it also made him incredibly viral, because during his absence, he debuted on Twitch, breaking his personal record in viewership, though the milestone was immediately overshadowed by accusations of view-botting. By early 2026,
I hope this is just kids just watching this nigga. Actually, I don't hope this is just kids just watching this nigga. It is just kids just watching this nigga, bro. And girls, probably. But this shit is weird, bro. If you don't see from a different frame of how weird this nigga is and how odd this whole behavior is, bro, you're a weirdo yourself, bro. I'm sorry to say, but you are a weirdo yourself. If you are a fan of this nigga, if a nigga came up to me and was like, yo, you seen that new Clavicular video? I would slap him across the face and send him back to Africa. Cause bro, what do you mean? Why are you watching this nigga? What is entertaining about this nigga to watch?
Image soured further when he was filmed at a Miami nightclub alongside right-wing incel Nick Fuentes, no-wing grift maxer Sneeko, and webcam Epstein Andrew Tate singing along Kanye West's anti-Semitic track. Shortly after this controversy would follow Clavicular to Arizona, where he was arrested for possessing Adderall, Anavar, and apparently using a fake ID. Although the charges were dropped and he was able to continue freedom maxing, behind the scenes, Clavicular was spiraling, knocking confidence likely triggered by this iconic viral clip where Clavicular was brutally frame-mogged by the ASU frat leader.
Did you know that the ASU frat leader brutally frame-mogged Clavicular?
Rhett, did you hear the news, bro?
What?
Dude, Clav got frame-mogged by an ASU student.
There's no way Clav got frame-mogged. Let me see.
Gonna be okay, bro. Okay.
A moment of public humiliation that even reached international attention, sparking countless memes, and eventually getting addressed by Piers Morgan himself.
Piers, the biggest news over the weekend was Clavicular getting brutally frame-mogged by the ASU frat leader. He's obviously been G-maxing
Piers Morgan, bro. The fact that you stoop down that low to interview this nigga just tells me the type of person you are too, bro. Cause it's like, nigga, how is this good news, bro? Like, a nigga got flexed on, bro. And what? Like, what?
One of the most brutal frame moggings we've ever seen.
Mogging. What is mogging?
Like, bro, you're a nobody. Let's just be real for 1 second. Wash your website.
To make matters worse, all this mainstream exposure and Clav's difficulties dealing with it would increase accusations that he had begun jester maxing, a disparaging term from the looks maxing community used to describe somebody who, unable to achieve their ideal goals, pivots to a clownish, exaggerated, jester-like persona to chase attention, controversy, and views.
I used to say, if
oh
I
my
hear
god,
AI
bro.
One more time, I'm gonna lose it.
The fact that I'm even watching this video, just bro. The fact that this nigga really got
it's called the Clavicular brand is selling the ultimate physique without the burden of traditional, hard work or diet or exercise or just, accepting yourself for who you are.
First impressions are all that matter. When you tell people you're on steroids after they see your physique and it's already, conceived in their head that it's impressive, it's not really going to change their perception. That's what I've learned.
It's not impressive to get on steroids and tell niggas that's not impressive. It's impressive to go to the gym and work to get that shit. That's impressive. That's like, okay, my nigga, you really got that shit by yourself, nigga. That's impressive. But to be like this nigga, bro, you must be on some sort of deluded rampage, bro. Because this nigga is definitely on some deluded rampage. Y'all niggas giving him the club to just get along and get this his delusion more even upper. Y'all niggas is wrong, bro. Y'all niggas is wrong. If you watch this nigga, you are a oddball. You are a weirdo.
It's all about, the external appearance,
Do you value hard work at all?
No. First of all, it's not all about external appearance. If you are a great nigga, if you have a great personality, people like to be around you, it don't matter what you look like. It really don't. Call me ugly for saying that, but nigga, I got a great personality. Especially when I get a little tipsy, nigga. I get crazy. I get wild. But one thing I must say is, I'm not the best looking nigga. I'm not the best looking person, bro. But it don't matter. I don't think it matters that much as long as you're a good person, bro. You look at that nigga Jay-Z, bro. Nigga Jay-Z, big lip nigga. Got a beautiful girl like Beyonce, bro. If he could do it, you could do it, nigga.
Absolutely not. I value efficient work. I value smart work. Hard work is a ridiculous concept.
No, to achieve his ascensions, he would rely on an extreme chemical regime. Something that
like
he
a
tells the
ghost.
whole world is a good idea to follow in his footsteps on. But in reality, Clavicular is actually selling a very dangerous tutorial in how to destroy your longevity. And there is a lot of talk at the moment about this suspicious death that is going on related to Peter Thiel. This is Peter Thiel's Instagram model boyfriend plunged to his death weeks after witnessing messy showdown between the billionaire mogul and his husband when he crashed the couple's New Year bash. What?
What?
Excuse me? Okay. Another person plunging to their death. So basically, okay, so
Who the fuck is
married
Peter
billionaire
Thiel?
mogul Peter Thiel, whose male model boyfriend Jeff Thomas died after plunging from a Miami high-rise last month, had a messy confrontation with his husband during the couple's New Year's Eve party after Thomas was discovered.
I never heard. Oh, how can I say this? I don't want to fucking go crazy. Fuck it. I never heard gay niggas argue with their husbands, nigga. That's the first for me, bro. I didn't even know gay niggas argued. I mean, you went far enough to get to that step. And y'all niggas was arguing now? That niggas married? I don't know. Personally, I don't know. I don't know how two niggas could argue, but I don't know.
Among the guests, Daily Mail can now
Don't
reveal.
ban me
Thomas
off for
was in a
saying that.
3-year relationship with PayPal co-founder Thiel, who put him up in a $13 million mansion tucked away in the Hollywood Hills, gifted him with lavish European trips, a 300 grand sports car, and the most coveted parties in town.
Okay.
Now their circle of friends believe that Thomas's death, a suspected suicide, was related at least in part to his depression over the incident after he was
R.I.P. him,
financially
though.
cut off from Thiel's largesse. The exchange took place when Matt Danzisian...
Nigga, you were cut off, bro? You didn't get a bit of money and invest it or some shit, bro? How you get PayPal co-founder gay? He put you in a mansion and you don't got no money saved. You got cut off, so you...
Danesian. Thiel's husband and longtime partner arrived separately to join their New Year's celebration, only to discover Thomas was one of partygoers at the posh event held at Thiel's Miami Beach compound. How you got compound? I need to get that off screen.
Yeah, bro.
So Dan Ziesen, 56, was enraged that Thomas was among the attendees and started a verbal confrontation with Thiel in front of a room full of guests. Apparently, the romance between the 55-year-old Thiel and the 35-year-old Thomas, 20 years his junior, was an open secret in elite gay circles, particularly LA.
Not surprised.
Thomas knew Thiel was married, but whether or not Dan Ziesen was aware of the relationship is uncertain. But during the confrontation, Dan Ziesen was heard asking Thiel, why is he here? Thomas showed up to the party because he had been Thiel's kept lover for years, though he wasn't on the official guest list approved by Dan Ziesen. He went to the New Year's event anyway, a yearly event that the power couple are known and are famous for throwing. And basically a text message, a photo obtained from Daily Mail shows smiling Thomas at the party with friends Chris Farmer and Drew Schiff taken in the backyard of Thiel's property. So they would take messages. And it was looking all good for a minute. Okay, crazy, right? They got some shit going on behind the scenes over these here. Okay, it's a massive waterfront compound in Miami made up of 2 luxury homes put together. That is wealth on another level. Got 2 cribs put together. Just put them together. It's crazy. Okay, absolutely.
Bro, personally, bro, if I had $18 million, I had money, bro, I'm not getting no crib like this, bro. I'm sorry, I'm not the type to fucking... Brother, I will build a tree house and live in the tree house. I don't give a fuck. As long as I could live freely, bro. Why the fuck would I want a big ass crib like this with me just inside it? If I had some kids and shit, I still wouldn't even get shit like that. Nigga, we'll get a 4-bedroom house with my 3 kids there in 3 room and me and my wife in another room. And we're just chilling, bro. We need to go back to the normal American suburban dream, bro. That's what I think. Because everybody want to get the big house. Everybody want to get the nice car, the flashy stuff. I promise you, bro, the only thing I'm going to have nice is probably my wife and my car. That's all I want. I just want to... I don't even want a Lambo like that. Nigga, I'll just get a... Fuck Tesla. I wouldn't get a Tesla. Fuck that nigga Elon, nigga. I'll get like a Chinese one of them Chinese cars. You know them Chinese... fucking big ass nice Chinese cars, bro. Call me a trader, nigga. I think them cars look nice. the cheapest plug, and they look nice. Bro, I'm sorry. If I have 100 million in the bank account right now, I promise you, I'm going straight to Africa, and I'm gonna do something to help niggas out, bro. I'm not the type to wanna hold my money to myself, bro, because I think that's greedy. Nigga, Jeff Bezos, nigga, Elon Musk, nigga, all of them, bro. I think they are greedy as hell. That's just how I think.
Absolutely beautiful home. Crazy. Dan Zeeson was the person who arranged the guest list for the exclusive event. And that's what made the, well, his side piece, I guess, a presence at the family home even more shocking and upsetting. Friends said Thomas would have never gone if he knew that Teal's husband would be attending. Of course he was attending. Dan Zeeson requested Thomas be escorted from the party by security.
Okay, what does this have to do with Clavicular?
Humiliating for Thomas. 100 guests attended the event at the lavish estate. And basically on March the 8th, weeks after the showdown, Thomas died after falling from the balcony of his Miami high-rise in what police are investigating as a possible self-checking out, but the official cause of death has not been established. People said Thomas's mental health declined after the trauma of the New Year's Eve party. That's so sad.
Damn, that's
okay.
That's not okay, guys. Yo, this fucking bitch-ass nigga put so many ads in this shit, bro. Oh my god, bro.
Eve Online is a
shit, nigga.
Basically, Thomas felt compelled to talk about Teal's hypocrisy as an actively gay man who's the largest funder of Donald Trump's MAGA movement.
Okay.
He described himself as a kept boyfriend of Teal, who's estimated to be worth $8 billion. They apparently got romantically involved in late 2019 before COVID. Basically, they're saying the stunning model provided intimacy in exchange for financial support and stability. Oh, you already heard about the
nigga, if I had
$18
billion, bro, all my friends getting 300K. I'm tapping them niggas with just 300K. You know what I mean? Like, go do your thing. Like, go invest. Like, go do your shit, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm just, I think niggas are greedy. If you have $1 billion in your account, but you are greedy, nigga. You deserve to be in the deepest depths of hell, bro, just for having that much money, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. You must have did something to get that money. Yes, maybe it might have been fair. It might have been you grinding your ass off to get that type of money. But still, if you don't own a company and it's not in the company's revenue error thing, and it's all just in the company, tucked away in the company, and it's just yours, bro, you're a greedy nigga. You greedy. Niggas are starving and shit. You got 18 billion in there. You greedy.
$1,000 car. He was living the lap of luxury. But after the New Year's Eve incident, he was cut off by Teal. Thomas violated the terms of his non-disclosure agreement after he spoke to the media, and that's when their relationship began to fray. Now that is a scary detail.
Okay, what does this have to do with
struggles with mental health? He posted selfies of himself in a lot of places. He had a French, he had a Birkin. He was on that Peter Thiel program. Okay, he was planning to become a Miami firefighter, but 48 hours before his death, he was FaceTiming his family, sharing excitement about completing his EMT course in his future in Miami. Doesn't really make sense. Right. He did post a selfie in a plunge pool with the caption, "A cold plunge a day keeps the doctor away," with the hashtag cold plunge wellness mental health. Now,
anybody who
doesn't
posts
sound like somebody that would want...
Anybody who posts cold plunge wellness mental health is going through some shit, bro.
To check out, but hey, stranger things have happened. Okay, it is quite scary.
I don't know, to me.
It just makes you wonder what was really going on with these guys, right? A police report shared that Miami police were called to the luxury building in Brickell at 4:12 p.m. When emergency personnel arrived, his body was found on the pool deck outside the Icon Brickell complex, and he was pronounced dead by fire and rescue. His dog was taken by animal control, and his ex-girlfriend his ex-boyfriend would now be taking care of it. They said the investigation is ongoing.
Lol.
Okay, the detectives had been in contact with Teal and planned to interview him as part of the probe, but there's no suggestion of any wrongdoing by Teal, right? And I'm not suggesting there's any wrongdoing by Teal, but it is a bit strange. Okay, it is a little bit strange. They're saying, I did wonder why he was at Peter's party for New Year's when Matt had no idea who he was. That might make sense then.
Nigga, what does it have to do with Clavicular?
It is a little bit strange. Okay, Thomas would speak in audio transcripts about his relationship with Peter Thiel. Did Peter want me to be his boyfriend? Yes, you know, I think he fantasizes about being like me versus maybe Matt sometimes, but I think we can all love multiple people.
What?
I tried to understand Peter's needs because he was understanding mine. You know, I think he knew I needed help and I asked for it, and basically anything I asked I could get. But he talked about the downsides of being kept. He said it's stressful. Peter wanted me to get, you know, the nicest car, the nicest house. He wanted to show me his power, to kind of show that he had, you know, me in his dollhouse. He would take care of me always. But I don't think it's satisfying to be kept. During their first intimate lunch at Teal's home in the Hollywood Hills in late 2019, Thomas learned more about Teal's relationship with his partner. I was shocked when they announced they were having kids together. He described himself as a proud pet dad. It was one of the first lunches we had at Met's place, and we were sitting outside.
How are they
and I
having
said, "Do you like dogs?"
How are they
He said,
having
"No."
kids?
And I said, "Well, I don't
Any
trust
chance?
you." People are crazy about their dogs. It is interesting. The photo of him in the plunge pool taken the day he died was timestamped.
The day he died, bro.
The billionaire financier met Thomas in 2015-16 at the Coachella Festival, and Teal was dating a boy named Francesco Fran Lugli. Teal broke off his relationship with Lugli when he decided to marry Dan Ziessen, and they got married in Vienna, Austria. They recently became parents of baby girls born by surrogate, which is really interesting.
Okay, surrogate, okay. That's what I was
apparently
thinking.
part of their arrangement included Teal remaining faithful to his partner and best friend. Clearly, that didn't work out. Okay, Teal and Lugli remained friends long after. Teal hooked him up with a cushy job at a data mining spy tech firm, Palantir Technology. You know all about
Palantir,
you know
bro.
all about Palantir. Really, really sad, quite suspect and suspicious situation that just does make you think.
That's sus.
Okay, now bring us to today.
Yeah,
okay?
what does that have to do with
Peter Teal
Quebec?
is now apparently putting some money behind another cute-looking young man. All right, very handsome, desirable, looks maxer, Clavicular. People are saying that Teal had actually begun actively pursuing Clavicular. I don't know if it's romantically or if it's more financially,
Do you know who
but something's going on.
Peter Teal is?
So this nigga is Peter Thiel, of course. Of course he looks like that. Of course he looks like that, bro. Of course Peter Thiel looks like this nigga.
Peter Thiel, yeah. He's a billionaire that owns Palantir.
I got invited to a Peter Thiel party. You think that's going to be a Diddy party? Probably.
Whew.
Yeah.
Billionaires, they get a little creepy.
Yeah, and he
Yeah, dude,
butty
I don't
too,
know,
bro.
like, I don't want to get
Diddied. Hey, anybody that's do you know who?
You might get more than Diddy at the Peter Thiel party. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Now, Clavicular later claimed that he was actually blacklisted from Teal's exclusive events after publicly referring to them as Diddy parties. Maybe the truth hurts, I don't know. But he was blacklisted after saying that.
Yeah, man. I got to be on the grind, bro. They hate me if I don't stream.
Yo, I see you're like everywhere, bro. You're with fucking Nelk, you're with fucking 6ix9ine. You're
Yeah, bro.
fucking Peter Thiel trying to get in your...
Dude, that was the craziest one. I swear.
You played that perfectly, bro.
Yeah, wait. Are we supposed to... Did she say that way? Yeah, she said to go that way. Yeah, I got blacklisted from his events now. That's what I heard.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, guys?
Yep.
Blacklisted from the Teal Diddy parties, the Tiddy parties. Maybe not Tiddy
Tiddy
parties.
parties.
Now, during a recent interview, Clavicular was directly questioned about supposed ties to the billionaire, and he was actually seemingly, a few times this came up, it seemed like he was actually beginning to get frustrated with people saying this about him.
This streamer just ended an alleged $15,000 interview early and kicked the interviewer out for bringing up a controversial billionaire, which really makes you wonder, is this guy just easy to rage bait, or is this all fake to get more views, or is the name Peter Thiel just that much of a trigger for Clavicular? Who knows? But that's what we're going to try to figure out in today's video.
Die on this word that literally nobody told me tonight
And
to do this.
everyone knows you're a bullshit and you're a piece of shit, okay?
But this is like,
and you tried
this
to
is
come
reverse.
here. You tried to come here and do this, hit piece journalism.
Nigga doing the Trump
all the time, but at the end of the day, turning that around on you, I got my 15,000.
It's not.
And you could get the fuck out.
It's not. It's a good hit piece, but like.
So I'm gonna wait. Are we live on your channel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hold up.
I can't believe that the lore right now is that I'm Peter Thiel funded. This is nuts.
You literally are.
Guys, like
I have all the confirmation from my team, and it's like.
But show me the.
So what happened here? Well, Clavicular, who we've covered a couple times on this channel now, he was sitting down for what was supposed to be a 30-minute interview with another controversial content creator by the name of Michaela Lawless, who goes by Mika. According to her, she paid $15,000 for a 30-minute interview, which is crazy. Bro is not worth 15 grand for 30 minutes, especially not for her. I'm obviously...
It kind of makes sense because he's got the motion right now.
None of them, nigga. Oh my god, bro. So you're telling me this nigga Peter Thiel been on some crazy things, bro? Who the fuck is Peter Thiel? Bro, do we have to do a deep dive on Peter Thiel in the next video, bro? Because I swear to God I will, bro. Who the fuck is this nigga, bro? And why does he look like... Damn, this picture fucking him up. But why the fuck he look like a The white devil, nigga. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Guys, this is the end of the video. I know this should be going longer than I should have. But we had to get into that. The next video is gonna be on this nigga Jack Reacher beating up a nigga, bro. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Y'all should keep subscribing, please. Let's get it up. You know, I'm grinding. I'm on the grind. I want y'all to join the channel before we start going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because we gonna go crazy. We gonna go crazy. But my imaginary friend was talking to me today. Nigga said, nigga, you gotta do some shit crazy. You gotta talk. You gotta actually express your feelings. Because I don't be expressing my feelings because I don't want to get canceled or nothing. But my imaginary friend says to do it. I guess I'm gonna do it, nigga. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one.